Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime, as we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas State's offense will start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Right back to the well. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more.
Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that diving catch.
And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give out of the gun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They'll run it from the gun. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Roadrunners offense will get the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line. Holds and fires complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way over.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least...
He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab on the left side. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
And the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They're trying to get to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Looking to pass. It's McCown. He's got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. A shot toward the end zone. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to pass, it's McCown. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, going up top. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Running it back, it's Anderson. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bobcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to...
And picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Bobcats will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. On the return, it's Anderson. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Up-tempo for the offense.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Finds his man. It's McCoy. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He wants to throw. Gets it to the back. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle, he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Scanning the field, it's McCown. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able...
Trying to get behind the defense. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They'll line up for a second down play. They go to the draw. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Texas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas State, 26, UTSA, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
The Roadrunners in the hurry up. They're getting this guy lathered up. On the move is the 30. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's McCown. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The sure hands, it's Carpenter. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The Roadrunners get enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
At the 13-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
The give to the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Let's it fly. And into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UTSA 14.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now second down as they try to run this clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the gun, give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
8-yard line.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Tackle is made after the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Texas State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. Looking to throw, it's McCown. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
It's complete. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UTSA!
Number 1.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Snagged in the middle. It's the Spartans. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the counter. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Bobcats. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
40. UTSA 21.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
And they got him for the sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Roadrunners want to move quickly.
On the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.